Hello and welcome to an episode of Ask Alice. So since it's the beginning of January 2023, let's talk about what are my goals for the year. I've got a whole bunch of goals and a whole bunch of fantastic things that are happening in 2023 that I'm super excited to talk about. So let's get into it. So my first big goal is to obviously publish my book number 2. It will be coming out in March, on March 14th, 2023. It's already on pre-order. I'm super excited about it. Along with that, my other goal for publishing is to publish book 3. It's slotted to come out in December of 2023. There will be no problem meeting this goal. The book is it's already edited, developmental edited, line edited. It's going into grammar edits starting next week. The reason I've pushed it as far out as I can is that this will be the first book I will be doing all the publishing steps entirely by myself. And so I want to give myself enough time to be comfortable with everything. But also the cliffhanger at the end of book 3 is the biggest cliffhanger I have written to date. And it is horrible. It's worse than book 4 and book 1 by leaps and bounds. And I do not want 3 and 4 to be very far apart. So book 3 will be coming out in December and book 4 will be coming out in March. That means when people read book 3, the book 4 pre-order will already be live and they will know book 4 is coming quickly and the fastest that any sequel type story has come out for me. So I wanted to make sure that 3 and 4 were really close together, and that does mean pushing 3 out because book 4 is just starting its edits next week as well. So the developmental edits, it's written, I've edited it, my husband has edited it, but now my developmental editor and then my line editor and my copy editor are going to get a hold of it. So for writing, my goals are clearly to finish book 4, but also book 5. I've got book 5 slotted to start edits in July. And so hopefully I will be able to get book 6 draft 1 done this year so that I can either start the editing process at the end of the year or early next year as well. So I'm super excited. I've got plans to get all these books finished and maybe do like a side adventure mini type book. I'm also working on the idea of audiobooks. I know a lot of people had expressed audiobook ambitions and wanted to know if my books were going into audiobooks. So I'm launching a Kickstarter on January 23rd to try my hand at this with the prequel. Let me show you. All my books are here. So you can see the prequel is significantly smaller than the first and second books are. And because of that, I thought the prequel is a safe way to try audiobooks. If I'm really not happy with it, it won't cost me a fortune to redo it at the end if I'm not thrilled with it. So I'm working on giving this a go. If I am successful with my Kickstarter and it goes well, I'll do a second Kickstarter to do book 2 and 3, book 1 and 2, and possibly even 3 simultaneously if I'm able to do that, because I would like to have the same narrator do all my books, or at least as many of them as possible. So because of that, that's another project that I'm working on. I'm attending a lot of book events this year. I have a whole new section on my website called events where I'm listing everything I'm attending. In April, I'm attending a midnight market in Guelph, Ontario. I'm attending a different one in Stratford, Ontario on the Sunday of that weekend. In July, I will be going to Storybound Fest in Kansas City in clearly the US. In November, I will be attending 20 Books to 50K in Vegas again and attending the Rave Book Festival at the end of that week as well. I'm also going to be speaking at the Women in Publishing Conference in March. I have been asked to give a talk on social media. So I will be talking about how to be comfortable with social media, getting yourself started on social media without it becoming overwhelming, and how to essentially have fun with it, and helping people who are new to the social media game give it a try without being overwhelmed and frightened of it. So these are just my writing goals. Oh, and I've come up with a whole bunch of new things in my store as well, like fun book signs that I'm doing, and I'm gonna try advent calendars again this year with different specific theme ones. And clearly I have figured out the color for book 2's sprayed edges. Nope, that's not the one. I don't know where I put the sprayed one. It's hiding, but it's gonna be a copper. A beautiful, beautiful copper color that will match very nicely with the gold and the red and yellow coloring on it. But so those are my book goals. For reading, I'm starting something called 21 Indie in 2020. No, not 21. 23 Indie in 2023. So my goal is to read 23 different indie books this year. And I've got a ton of people who are joining me on this quest or adventure, whatever you want to call it, to get through some more indie authors. And so my total goal is 100 books. And I want to try to read 5 new authors and 23 indie books and get a certain number off this TBR behind me as well. But I have massive reading goals, writing goals, conference goals. I'm super excited. I've got so many wonderful things happening, and yeah, I'm keeping myself very busy, but I'm one of those people who works really well with being busy. So that works for me. It doesn't work for everybody, but it certainly does help me. So if you've got any other questions for me, let me know. As you can see, I'm very much a goal planner. Oh, one other goal that I set for myself this year is I'm working on a goal to get more fit and get back into running like I was before my cognitive behavioral therapy. And so I signed up for this Conqueror challenge where I'm essentially walking the Lord of the Rings. It's a 5-part challenge, and each one is the length the characters in the books walked. And so I'm currently working on getting through the Shire. So that's 233 kilometers I have to walk, and I'm at like 21, I think now. So I'm working hard on it. And when I complete it and get my medals, I will show them off to you. Do not expect this to happen soon because I'm going from being quite sedentary to running. So it's going to take me a long time, but I'm super proud that I'm finally putting my health back on my important topic list for the year as well. So yeah, let me know what your plans and your goals are for 2023. I'd love to hear them. And yeah, if you have any questions for me, drop them in the comments and I'm happy to answer them. Have a good day. Bye, you guys.